Yeah.
Awesome. Today we're going to show you what a service point is like in France. So these are throughout France in various towns, villages. This happens to be a ski resort. We're at Courchevel at the moment. It's also a free place for motorhomes, campervans to stop. Those in France are called the Aire de camping car. So this is pretty typical actually of what the sort of thing you get, although they vary enormously, could be a lot smaller, probably not often bigger than this, could be scenic, or they could be just plain functional in some weird and wonderful location. But this is the dump area, which is vital for us motorhome folk. If you want to be on the move all the time, you need somewhere to dump your water, empty the loo and fill up with the fresh. So you have a hole in the ground like that, which you empty your wastewater into. Then this contraption here is called a font bleu, which is a little bit of an old-fashioned one actually. We used to see a lot of them when we first started around 10-15 years ago, but you don't see them as often now. They're normally a little bit more modern looking. So this one you have to pay €3 for, and it's in coins. Sometimes they're a jeton, or which is a token in English, which you often get from the tourist office. So we'll show you what to do now. The money goes into the slot, and as if by magic, there's a little door here. Press the button, open the door, and there is the fresh. Up there, there's even a light for darkness, and that's where you empty your loo, down there, into that cavity. So hopefully we'll have some fresh water coming out the hose in a minute. Hopefully it's worked with €3 and we can fill up the van. So let's have a look. So that's the hose that is in this contraption, the font bleu. And there we go. Is it coming out? Yep, I think we've got some gurgles. There we go. So like I say, these sort of devices are in many thousands of locations across France, and it enables us to easily come across the channel, spend, well, we're here for a few months this occasion, and we never know where we're going to be at any particular night. We just decide as we go along. We may stay here tonight. I think we probably will. We'll probably move on tomorrow, and wherever we go tomorrow, there's more often than not we'll find somewhere else to fill up and empty, and on it goes. So it just makes life so much easier than back home in Britain, where of course you have to stay on campsites. Certainly have to stay on campsites to fill up and empty your loo, or as many try and do now, the obsession with wild camping is not always easy anymore like it used to be. And if it's anything like where we live back home in North Wales, that it's been in the local press regularly over the last couple of weeks, the annoyance of the locals and the local authorities of people wild camping and leaving a mess and all the usual stuff that they come up with the wild camping scenario. So we just find it easier to hop across the channel, and it's sort of a breeze doing this sort of thing, where the facilities are here for us, all provided by the local authority. None of this is private. It's all part and parcel of the furniture, if you like, in France, as is the same in many other countries we've been to over the years. Italy particularly has a very good, what they call a Soster system. Germany has a Stellplatz system. The Netherlands, you can stay on many boating marinas. Belgium, same, and so on, really, which at the end of the day is what us motorhome people need. If you're fully self-contained, you need this sort of thing to function properly. Every couple of days we need to do this, otherwise our waste is generally full. We can go 3 days maximum, but on the whole, every time we see one, we just do it regardless, so we know we're emptied and refreshed, if you like. So with regards to the toilet, that will come out of there, out of our set in a minute, and it will go down into that slot there, where it will be flushed out with a separate hose, and off it goes into whatever drainage system they have here. So easy peasy. Then afterwards, when we've finished, we shut the door and off we go. Job done for another couple of days. There's also electric. You can see there's one electric point on this machine, which probably, generally they give you just a quick charge of the battery. They probably give you, I don't know, half an hour or something. We never use them because we never really need electric, so it's not something we have to sort of bother with, but it is there if you do need it. Okie dokie, thanks for now. Bye. Vas-y.
Alors, grand crème et le reste arrive.
Vas-y.
Hein?
Morocco.
Ok. Merci. Voilà.
play a seat or do you want water?
Bon appétit. Oh,
Water?
Un carafto, s'il vous plaît. Happy bunny. Okay, here we are at a dump, a typical dump in France. We're in the French Alps. These are found all over France, and this is one of the reasons we love it so much here. So that's a typical dump sign. They are an indication of where you'll find somewhere to empty your waste and fill it with your fresh, and of course empty your loo. There's Nigel, who's patiently filling up the tank with a very slow tap. So you'll have a tap. More often than not, you'll have a tap for your fresh and a separate one for the loo. Very rarely really in France you'll have one that does both, which is, well, not nice, but it does happen, but not often. Hole in the ground, drain for your wastewater, and we've already done the dirty business. Spared you the pain, but that is a place to empty your loo. So you just lift up the lid, and in there is a sewage drain, and that silver tap on the right is where you rinse your loo out. And bingo, that's all we need, and it keeps us on the road for weeks on end, and it's all provided by the local authority.
Those of you who use Aires, and I think the majority of them are just car parks and not particularly all that nice. Hold on a second, I'll just show you. Pretty flower. Yeah, we're just going up the Col de Magdalene in the Alps, and we just saw a sign. It is actually on Park for Night, but we saw a sign for campervan parking, which I thought was strange because they normally are in a town or a little village or something. That's what they're designed for, really, is to help support businesses in the town and things. And so we saw this, we took the turning, and then we thought we'd follow this sign. A lovely little play area, children, and if the children are a bit older, there's a little football pitch. There's drinking water over there, and there's your camping spot for your motorhome. Bin, a fire grate, and a picnic table. Isn't that just all amazing? And we're on our own as well at the moment, so yeah, this is just what we like. So why drive on any further? There were a couple of other ones a bit further up the col that we were thinking about stopping at, but you know, as the saying goes, don't look a gift horse in the mouth, and this tonight is our gift horse. And if someone else comes to join us, not a problem. More than welcome to come and join us for a beer or sit round a campfire. They've even supplied logs as well. So yeah, all in all, looking forward to a really good peaceful night here.